All these streamers are really a bunch of high school drama queens.
Take me far away, I think I've had enough. I can't do no more, I'm finally breaking. You lost all my trust, I'm walking out the door. I'm tired, you keep taking me away.
Microphone check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's fucking go! What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the WOLVPVCK Podcast, where we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly topics. We interact with some in-depth analysis behind it. Talk about some of the wild and crazy stuff, and also the good stuff that happens on a daily basis, you know, and of course, expose some of the ugly truths that really does happen here every day. I'm your host, Wolfson, and without further ado, let's get down with the shitsness. So, I'll be honest with you guys. This week, it's been a very slow week. Yeah, it has been a very slow week. So there's pretty much not much to discuss of it. But I always find content, just like in Jurassic Park, you know, life finds its own way. Anyways, so this week alone, I decided, let me just dedicate it another episode, just a certain topic, and then we can discuss other topics that I have bookmarked on my Twitter feed, you know, which, there's quite a few that I like to discuss just a little bit and give my little neutral opinion as much as possible to it. But I did say something in the intro of the episode, which is like a lot of streamers are they just love drama. And what am I talking about? Well, I mean, if you guys live under the rock, you know that any streamers, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Rumble, and even Facebook, I believe that people stream on those platforms. Most of the time we look at these streamers for a lot of reasons. The main reason why we look at streamers is seeing them playing our favorite video games. That's how it all started. And then it fumbled up into other things. It expanded their horizons into other stuff where they started to do hot tub bikinis. Again, I'm still against it. It's still not safe for work. And ASMRs? What the fuck? Also, a lot of streamers make millions of dollars and just, reacting to videos or reacting to other stuff and just give their opinions about it. Which, again, everybody has their right to make their own opinions. The only issues that I usually have when it comes to someone else's opinions is that 100% is that they're 100% biased and they're too extreme and too illogical, the reasoning behind it. It's just and that gives a whole spectrum of conundrum of a lot of streamers pitching in because of this other streamer's beliefs, and they start mouthing off, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you got an entire whirl of streaming doing lots of debates and then screaming matches. I kid you not, guys. I decided all right, let me take a look at this world for a little bit. And let me tell you, it's not definitely for me. It's not. I'm streaming right now through kick.com because right now it's the second largest platform that's growing exponentially. It's still on its beta phases, but so far there's 10 million people subscribed or created login accounts to Kick, something like that. I mean, kudos for those guys. You wonder why I'm not doing Twitch. Twitch is way too big for me, and Kick, I think it's the perfect spot for me to start off if I ever gonna stream. But if I'm streaming right now, it's because I'm only streaming in the morning. Then I'm streaming for my podcast. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. I'm just field testing, see how it goes. You know, we'll see. But for sure, it's not for me. There's just too much drama. It's literally Twitter, but in real life. That's how crazy it is. The streamers world, man. You're talking about one of the biggest streamers that are out there, like Destiny. I like Destiny's content a lot. There's still some questionable way the things that he does, but I fuck with him because he's true and honest. He's not very dishonest, and his points of views are usually on point. They're more of the common sense, logical reasoning. So I'm okay, I can align a little bit with him. I can understand it. And then there's others that they sell themselves as these champion warriors. Like the red. You got the conservative and the red pillows side, which you got Rollo Tomasi, which I call him Rollo Tomato because he's the grandfather of the red pill, but the guy's an idiot. He's like a 50-year-old idiot that taught so much shit about the rational male. You know how he's the same guy that we've already covered before in this Wolfpack podcast, where he talks about there are 7 ways to be a high value man. Have a vasectomy before you're 18. Don't have any children, and lift weights. I'm like,
NANI? Bruh.
God damn! Right on the bat, just killed your chances. And I love how many red pillars like suckle his titties by saying like, oh yeah, but you can get a reverse vasectomy, you know? Well, these motherfuckers don't realize that the chances of you doing a vasectomy and then reverse it becomes less the older you get. Look, that is some dumb shit, you know? And obviously, this guy doesn't even do his own research. He just tucks out of his ass. But then we're not talking about him, you know? We're also not talking about Fresh and Fit, or I call him Fresh and Fraud, or just like one of the biggest red pill content creators out there who does like extremely bad takes of dating and becoming a high value man and making money and or whatnot. Again, we covered them here in the podcast. Also, we got the Circa, which is like a coked added idiot streamer right now who's not making that much, and the Sneeko, who talks a lot of crap that he only seeks validation from people until he definitely does seek it. And then the Nick Fuentes, which is the supremacist, you know, white guy, and just Pearly idiots, just Pearly Duns or MLD dumbass or Donovan Shops. Those are like the most extreme conservative red pill sides. And then you got the blue side, the liberals or the socialists or I don't even know what else to call about them, because they're just too extreme, and these are champion warriors, quote unquote, that they consider themselves like we're here for the people as well, but not for the right reasons. We're talking about the Hassan Pikers, the H3s, I don't know. I don't even consider Destiny even there. But I also that you got the Keemstars, which is like just a drama queen overall that starts stir drama all around. We got quite a few like streamers that are just like literally bad. Like they're just bad people. I believe that they're bad people because they believe that they're like, oh yeah, we're in it for the people. But then again, are you really? What have you done? Like honestly, what have you done? And then we also, I forgot that we have these like pranksters and these people that are like all about the pranks and all about screaming in the microphones and creating chaos or whatnot. The Senas, the Gideons, the Miss Kivs, like yeah, like we have this whole space of streamers and you know and clout chasing. I don't know where it all stands for. Like, and all honesty, it's crazy, honestly. And when you take a look at some of these videos, because I'm a very interesting person. No shit, Wolfson. I don't tend to stay on one side very long. I like to be like more in the neutral side, like I said earlier. Like I like to be in the neutral side where I can actually see everyone's perspective. Believe it or not, guys, I like to understand why other people think this way or people think that way. I really do. That's why a lot of reasons why I did the Lone Wolf podcast, to interview people, see their perspective in certain ways. If you guys check on all my episodes on the Lone Wolf, stay tuned for season 2. You know, coming soon. I don't know when, but it's coming soon. If you guys check out my early works with my interviews in the Lone Wolf podcast, you'll notice that every artist that I interview, they'll have either similar or different answers to this one question. And the question is, do you believe in writer's block? And if so, what do you do? Every artist that I interview says a different answer, which is crazy. In short, I'm always gonna get a lot of times I will get artists that will agree that yeah, writer's block is a real thing, and here are the measures that they do. But the measures that they do is always gonna be different, which is cool. Like I like that. I like to hear it's like, what do you do when you have this? And then the ones that they disagree is like they believe like no, writer's block's a myth and you should be doing this, and it's because of that. It's because like you're writing bad or all that hoo-ha, you know? I still encourage people to keep asking this question because I want to see their point of view with with that. Same with the question I always give them at the end, like, what are the free things that you will give advice to somebody if you're about to leave and you're gonna leave a piece of paper? What are the free things that you're gonna say? And everybody has a different answer. I don't think I've noticed if there's anybody who has given me a same answer as another artist. Maybe there is, and I just noticed it. Let me know in the comments below if you watched it. But everybody gives me a different answer, and I love it. I love to understand the reasonings and the perspectives as to why you think that way. I do. And maybe I agree and maybe I disagree, but I respect your opinion. I respect what you guys think about it. I don't try to change you guys. I might criticize you, sure. Might judge you, probably, depending on where it stands. If it's something that's very extreme, like the Roll Tomatoes tweet saying, have a vasectomy when you're 18, I'll definitely be a lot judgmental and criticize his dumb arguments, especially when he doesn't even do research. He just sets it out there. And there's a video that I saw not too long ago about someone exposing him without him fact checking any of his statements, which is like, wow, dude, like you really are an idiot. Yeah, it happens. And again, I always try to be in the neutral side to everything. And I try to always look at and try to understand their way of thinking. I mean, I feel like that's like the best way for you to understand other people. And I feel like that's the best way to communicate others, trying to understand somebody. Even if you completely disagree with their beliefs, at least hear them out and then let them hear you out and then just have a healthy communication, I feel like because the problem we're having right now in America is like it's being divided and nobody wants to hear the other side. Let's just stay fact to the truth. That's the problem we're having right now. And believe it or not, it's affecting the streamers world and anything above the streamers world. Like we're talking about the entertainment industry as a whole. It's affecting everywhere. Like nobody wants to listen to your opinion. Nobody really gives a shit about the truth when the lie is much more entertainment. That couldn't be more agreeable. That's from a quote from Charlemagne the God from the Breakfast Club. Like he says it himself. And I'm trying to space myself in, see like what else can we do? Like how can we have this person and this person agree to one thing? Which is something that I'm a little agree with Destiny in terms of like he's at least trying to go to these platforms and these extreme platforms and have them understand at least a little bit about his perspective. At least that's what he's saying. But I feel like it's a fool's errand at that point, what Destiny is doing, because the more I notice about their behaviors and their tactics about these extreme content creators, it's just that they're just like that, and there's nothing you can do to change it unless they hit rock bottom and they say, man, he was right. They're just gonna keep up with that same swan song over and over until there's nothing, And all we can do is criticize it and let them know like this boat ain't gonna last long. I'll tell you that right now. This boat ain't gonna last long. So it sucks. But again, like I said in the intro, I'm seeing this and it's like, bro, they're all a bunch of drama queens. Like, and I'm not being insensitive. I say like, oh, what do you mean? Like, are you trying to say something about the LGBTQ plus community? I'm like, no, it's a figure of saying, it's a figure of saying that's been known from when I was growing up as a teenager. I'm in my 30s, so it's like 20 years ago. When somebody's being extra, it's just being a drama. It's being drama queen, It's like drama. And I feel like some of these guys like the drama. I don't know why. The only people that I feel like they're like the most neutral as me that have good content and they don't do podcasts, but they do like short videos around. I feel like Albert and Preach, Jamari, Playback, and such. I think Spencer Cornelia. Oh, no, is it Spencer? I don't know. I forgot his name. Like the most people that are like much more central neutral that they can say, I agree with this, but I also agree with that. Also, this actually is messed up and this doesn't make sense. And I like watching those content creators because at least they're true to themselves and they at least have a brain enough that these sides of the story are like talking wild nonsense. And it's just every time I look at these people screaming at each other in these debates or even reacting to each other on Discord or on their streaming service or react or whatever. Like every time I see them on these video clips, like these guys, I feel like they feed up with drama. They just feed with the nonsense and the illogical shit. Because like it's just, I honestly cannot be part of that because there's just so many negative connotations behind it. Like there's just so many screaming matches and there's never a point in which I can just like get my point across without being interrupted. And of course, they will never agree to it. Even after you give them the facts, even after you slap a fact to them, they'll be like, well, agree to disagree. And that's their biggest cop-out answer. Agree to disagree. Well, of course, because you don't have anything to back that shit up, even if you do. And it's funny because everything is based on like, oh, you heard what this guy said? Oh my God, what this guy said is an idiot. And then when somebody here, oh, I heard that you were talking shit about me. You know what? You're a piece of shit and this and that. Da, 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 da. And then before you know it, it's just drama after drama after drama. It's like, dude, I'm in high school all over again. Like, I really feel like back in high school. Like, this is exactly how shit started. It's like, oh, Becky didn't like this person, so I'm going to talk smack about that person. And then it turns out that no, Becky did like that person, but she didn't want to admit that she liked this. So now that person is like, oh, then I don't like Becky because she said that she doesn't like it. And then Becky gets, into a drama alert. It's like, why would you say that? This and that. And I didn't never say that. And then, no, but it was him who said that. But it said was this and that. You see how much I was rambling alone with just that small little drama? That's exactly how all these streamers are. Holy shit. That's how it starts because like, no. You said this. No. You misheard me. It's not how it sounds. It's like this. No, but that's not what you said. Oh, but you said this. I'm like, what? I lost my train of thought at the beginning. It's like, where is this going? It never ends well, honestly. It's always about drama in this streamers world. I don't know why, man. But hey, if it makes content, it makes content. And I'll be honest with you guys, it makes content for my content. So like days like this or weeks like this that I have nothing to talk about or because it's a slow week and there's basically nothing else to talk about, hey, I come over here and talk about it. Why not? It gives me content to talk about shit and point out the stupidity and the hypocrisy and the good logical points on certain people. But then again, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's just, do we really like it? Do we really actually feed to this? To the bullshit that happens every day on this streamers industry? Whereas it's Kick, YouTube, Rumble, or Twitch, like, do we really love the drama? I'm not helping either. I'm just pointing it out to let everybody know, like, this is some high school bullshit. Like, if I wanna listen to two grown adults arguing each other about what you said and what he said, I would have just like go back to my old friends in high school and talk about their bullshit experience. That's just what it is. I'm being a hypocrite. That's fine. I'm being a hypocrite because I'm streaming. That's fine. But two things can be right. I could be a hypocrite because I'm streaming and I'm talking about these streaming drama. But I can also be right by talking about how ridiculous these streamers are becoming. And I want to focus more on just helping people, and have people who listen to my podcast to like, yo, guys, just so you know, this is kind of messed up. And my focus on the podcast is always stayed the same, is to help people out and educate people and guide people and tell people, guys, don't be like this. Be better. Be like this. Why? Because this is what's going to happen, and it happens. And if you do it like this, this is what's going to happen. I always stay true from the very first episode that I started recording on the Lone Wolv podcast, the pilot, and even on my Wolfpack, I always remain the same. I always tend to help people. Even whether it's, listening to the podcast, having a good laugh and whatnot, I'm happy. Or being informative or being educated by someone that's been in the industry for quite some time. Many can say like, oh, but Wilson, you haven't made it that far. Like, how do you know? How do you know how far I went? Oh, because according to your social media accounts, you're not that big. You're just a small fry. I'm like, I'm a small fish in a big lake. Not a pond, a lake. You'd be surprised how deep I am in the industry. I just don't word it out or just say how deep I am. But yeah, guys, I still stay in touch with the industry from time to time. And And I know these certain things from the industry because I talk to people, I network with people, and they tell me these stories. So obviously, I'll be a little bit in depth about it and have my opinions as to why if things are like the way they are. But, and you guys are probably wondering, like, so what is it that stems you from talking about streamers being a bunch of drama queens and all they care is about drama, content, and whatnot? Well, like, where did this come from, Wolfson? Recently, I saw XQC did a interview debate or tried to be a debate, with Ethan Klein. I'm not gonna give a reaction video to it because it's pretty long. I saw it through Destiny's stream, and when I saw it, I was just like, oh my god, this is unbearable. And let me tell you guys, anybody who knows me about the pod, knows me and has seen my podcast, you guys will know I'm not a fan of Ethan Klein and the H3 podcast or channel overall. I'm not a fan of them. Some of the takes are very wild, and some of their other moves are very questionable. And when you point them out, they just like give you a cop out answers. But when there's times that they stay true to themselves and be like, no, it's like that, I'm like, wow, rare occasions, rare. And let me tell you, for me to defend Ethan Klein, it's a lot. And that's just not trying to me being loyal to one or another. No, it's just like it's logical common sense. I always stay to like what's the most common sense to all this. Like there are things that I'm like Chris Rock says, I'm both liberal and conservative. There's some things that I agree with the liberals, and then there's some things that I agree with the conservatives. I remain like that as well through everything. I'm always gonna be the neutral side to all. I'm not gonna side anything with anyone unless you make an extreme take. Obviously, I'm not gonna take your take. But yeah, it all stems from this video, this debate that they did. I'm gonna pull up the Turtle article, and there's probably a video clip so you guys can hear it and see it. Yeah, like the whole premise of it is just that even clients calling out XQC because of DMCs and stealing other people's content creation and pulling it his. Wild accusations.
NANI?
But when I saw the video and I saw the evidence backing up Eflin, I was like, oh my god, XQC, you piece of shit. By the way, I was never an XQC fan either. He's way over drama, like over the top, screams at everybody, cusses everybody out for no reason, and he gets heated very quick. He's not a ticking time bomb. He's literally the bomb. It's like that. And it starts getting personal and starts insulting you for no reason. He's a big drama, and you're like, dude, you're a multimillionaire. What do you gotta cry about? But I don't know if it's because of his broken English that I don't understand him, but there are times that like he skips over, like, back in the day when you're listening to a song on a CD and all of a sudden it skips a few seconds, and you're like, ah, shit, it skipped. So it's like kind of weird when you're listening back. XQC is the real life version of that. When he gets competitively and he starts mouthing off, he starts saying a sentence and then all of a sudden just finishes with another sentence or changes the topic. And I'm like, wait, you didn't even you didn't finish the sentence. What were you trying to say? What? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What?
Emotional, damn it.
Yeah, guys, I kid you not. So let's just pull this article. So here it is. Ethan Klein leaks DMs from XQC after debate goes south. Let me tell you guys, what I saw about the debate, it went south really quick. All because not Ethan Klein. All because XQC cannot handle the truth or cannot handle when he's losing. Like, I noticed a tactic about him is that he derails a lot and then avoids the confrontation or avoids the answers and just starts deflecting. When you press it on, he starts insulting you. I kid you not. Let's take a look at it. Popular streamer. There you go. Popular streamer XQC and Ethan Klein of the H3 Productions cut their live stream debate short and instead took to Twitter as the two engaged in a heated argument surrounding their opposing opinions on reaction content. XQC has been under a lot of scrutiny after he was accused of stealing content of his own reaction videos. The controversy started after he uploaded a video onto his YouTube reacting to another content creator's titled "The Kennedy Assassination." XQC reacts to "Let Me Know." This led to an influx of backlash from various creators, such as some ordinary gamers on Twitter, and the debate snowballed from there. With the reaction videos from top content creators often seen to generate more views than the original creators themselves, the main backlash is the claim that the reactors add no value to the original video, despite still reaping the large financial benefits from ad revenue. After catching the attention of England, he invited XQC into his live YouTube show on August 7th to discuss the controversies and apologize to smaller content creators. The stream started calmly with XQC agreeing to apologize. I absolutely will. I didn't get Twitter DM. I didn't get nothing. I feel really bad, he said. All right. So yeah, basically this article sums up like their whole argument. Like XQC was ripping other people's content creation by reacting to it. Instead of like what normally people would do, and I'm a hypocrite of doing it because I've done this plenty of times. People normally will go watch the original video, the original content creation of the video, and they see it. Bigger content creators see other people's content creation and they just react on top of already reaction. And this is something that's been well known in the streamers or what. Apparently, I've been doing it on my podcast, but I have to defend myself. It's different because I'm trying to record an hour podcast. I'm not trying to go a 3-hour live stream. If not, I would have done that on the live stream. And I'm trying to condense that as much as possible and at least try to get as much information as possible. But I do give the shout out to the original content creators who make the video. I do give them a shout out and I do give them like thank you, shout out to it. And on the description down below, you see the link, the original video of it. I always give them a shout out. I always give them where the source came from, so people can watch it on their own. If they want to watch more, at least I do give them a shout out as much as possible. But XQC doesn't even give a shout out or anything. And what's the problem with all this? Here's the thing: when you're a streamer, you make a living. Like I said, we talked about this in the podcast before, a few podcasts earlier. As a streamer, you don't make money through your streams. You make money through your ad revenues, your sponsorships, and your subs and merchandise and all that crap. We talked about this many times here in the WOLVPVCK podcast, and I calculated. I even give you guys the math to it. So, what is it? Why is this an issue? Because if I'm a small content creator that's like under 100,000 followers, and I make a video and the video goes viral, all of a sudden I have some streamer reacting to my video, which is fine because that means it gets more eyeballs to me. Especially a big streamer like XQC or anybody gets more eyeballs to me, and I'll be like, yeah, that's dope. He's watching my shit. I'm happy. I don't give a shit, bro. When I give a shit is when I notice that you uploaded the same video that I did, but with your face reacting to it on your own YouTube channel, and you have the same thumbnail as mine, and you just like change it a little bit just to put your face on. That's when I have a problem. When you're just copying and pasting and not doing most of the work. And the problem that gets to that is because who are people are gonna watch when it's up? When he uploads his video, who are people gonna watch? Are they gonna watch me, the original creator that has 100,000 followers or whatever? Or are they gonna watch XQC, who has millions of followers and has more of their ad revenue? Obviously him, because he's the most popular one. They're not gonna watch me, they're gonna thank me, they're gonna watch him. That's stealing other people's views. That's stealing other people's work. And the ads that are supposed to come on my channel will go directly to him because that's where all the trend goes. XQC cannot admit that what he did was wrong. There were times that he said I was gonna say I'm sorry, but I never got a DM about it. So why do I have to apologize? It's like, what the fuck, bro? How narcissistic are you? Like, you openly admitted that you stole someone else's content creation, and you're not gonna even apologize. Oh yeah, no, you had to apologize when somebody talks to you in front of you and says like you stole somebody. I'm interested in what this YouTube video that they put in here has.
You're running so
How
fast.
long do you want me to sit here and listen to you, watch you crawl around on the ground like a worm? I have a show to do, dude. Unlike you, I actually fucking organize and put work into my show. I understand for you, you're just burning time. You could sit here for 12 hours. That'd make your life easier. You wouldn't have to go steal videos. But me, I planned this. I have a show. I have a schedule. This is stop being interesting because you're just sitting there saying silly shit and doing the worm. So with that being said,
Ethan,
thank you for calling. I feel like it was very illuminating, and I wish you the best, and I hope you have a great stream.
Man.
That's after all the bullshit, because later on, just HQC started to insult him, started insulting his wife, and started insulting their brand, and then starts going complete on a D-band burial, and then it starts to do like the worm. Nani? No, I'm not fucking kidding. He decided to do the worm in the middle of a live stream when somebody's interviewed. Somebody does that on my podcast when I'm interviewing, that they're just goofing around and not doing anything, or start being, combative and start insulting. I'll end the call right there. I'm not gonna give them any more, and I'm gonna upload the episode so that everybody can see what a piece of shit that person is. XQC, you just beat me to it. I commented around there saying, XQC,
congratulations, you played yourself.
But let's see. More of the article says the H3 podcast, however, was not convinced as it quickly became heated back and forth exchange. The arguments got more personal, with even highlighting XQC's Wolv, saying you're a multi-billionaire and you steal content from small creators, which I agree. It's kind of shitty for XQC to even do that. But he's not the only one. Other people do this constantly, with XQC equally firing back with personal exchange of his own, such as suggesting he could literally do a worm dance and still generate more views than he has got in the 4 years, which again, he did. It was just like, even ends the debate with XQC abruptly, the debate with XQC abruptly to leak DMs on Twitter. With the debate going nowhere and tensions rising, the H3 founder decided to end the Zoom call before heading to Twitter to leak messages between himself and XQC. Oh my God, this is more drama. What did I tell you guys? Drama! Excuse, you're a piece of shit, honestly. So I don't know if it's gonna look good. I mean, you guys can go ahead and check it out, but I don't know if it's gonna look good on my OBS. But it seems like XQC says something. Ethan Klein says, which one? I don't know. Whichever, really. You seem so bitter after it. I'm fine. And XQC, anyways, when the bills kick in and you're struggling, remind yourself you leak DMs out of insecurity. And then he posts a watch and says, oh, crap. Damn it. All right, never mind. I know it kills you inside. You lost so much time and money in that lawsuit. Which one? I don't know. Whichever, really. You seemed so bitter after it. I'm fine. Anyways, when the bills kick in and you're struggling, remind yourself you leak DMs out of insecurity. And he posts his watch and said, and don't forget, I got your whole house in my wrist, indicating that his watch is worth more than his house, which is like pathetic for XQC to even say that. A multimillionaire guy who does this dumb shit is just, he's a fucktard, honestly. Dude's so cool, he can't even tell the difference between a house and a watch. This conversation got a lot more. This Rihanna's content really works. God, why do people do this? See how drama spurs out of nowhere? I wasn't talking shit when I say that this is just a drama world. Nobly, Felix sent a photo of his rare watch that is worth $450,000 to take another personal shot at Ethan's wealth. As hours passed by, the two continued to go back and forth as Ethan kept posting screenshots of their DMs. Exactly right. I don't care about it. It pays the editors. I don't know why you're so caught up with money and shit. You got shit money, can't buy. Like, why? It what? It matters to other people whose videos you use. Like I stated, we care a fuck ton. If they want something from us, we will give them. A flat fee will be fine too. Not everybody's a millionaire. I agree. The contrary looks to continue to divide the community amongst fans and fellow content creators, with Canadian streamer and H3 hosts following to each other's peaceful conclusion. Criticize Ethan Klein during the tier skin, and even has spoken against the moron XQC for criticizing face signing. Again, like, see, look, more XQC shit that he's just a drama queen. Like, he's like the biggest piece of shit ever. Hits back with criticism for Las Vegas move as he switches states again. Lashes out XQC for wasting everybody's time by delaying Puck championship matches. Like, dude, holy fuck. This is like hit pieces one after another. Adept roast XQC for embarrassing HVH3 flats and viral mates situation. Yeah, that was another fit that was just like makes absolutely no sense. Fucking XQC basically was complaining about his maid. It was clean. His pay maid was cleaning his room. The room that he does not give a shit, does not clean. He was complaining during the live stream, like, "Oh my god, like what the fuck? I'm working right now. Why are you cleaning this?" Like, motherfucker, you pay her to clean your shit because you can't handle to clean your own shit. The fuck you talking about? Anyways, moving on. Yeah, guys, like this is exactly what's happening, you know. I don't know what to tell you guys, honestly. This is just part of what being a streamer is. There's just gonna be drama, and people are gonna be big pieces of shit, multimillionaires like XQC, and sometimes people that I disagree to the most, H3. Yet this is the one instance that I had to agree and defend H3 because they brought receipts. And XQC's excuses were like, that's a paid actor. That's definitely a paid actor. Because he had a problem, he could have DM'd you. It's like, NANI? Bruh. If that was the case, that if somebody steal my content and all I need to do is just DM so they can pay me for it, then I'm pretty sure everybody's problems will be solved, right? XQC? No, it doesn't work like that. You know why? Because 9 times out of 10, you ignore those emails. You ignore those messages. You don't talk about them. But this is what dramatic people do. They tend to be hypocrites and they tend to be drama people. They tend to talk so much shit that their brain becomes like turd. It's basically talk out of their fucking asses. And I have to, give support to, I have to like give shout out to Ethan for doing this debate against him and put him under the spot and show him the hypocrisy that comes out of him and the stupidity that comes out of him for doing some stupid shit like that. I gotta give it to him. And I'm not that fan of Even Klein, so for me to say that, it's like, it's a lot. But what are my thoughts in all this, guys? I tend to stay away as much as possible from this level of drama. If anything, I'm not helping much. If people think that I'm not helping much by talking about it, on the contrary to popular belief, I am. Because I'm putting it out there to let everybody know, don't do this shit. Don't be like this person or don't be like this person. Be better than those people, Even when the drama is like, oh my God, that's what it gets me the views. Just don't. For the long run, it's not going to last long, guys. No, but I could be wrong. You guys let me know in the comments down below. What are your thoughts about this whole situation? About how a lot of streamers are a bunch of drama queens, about the SQC stealing other people's content creation and call it his, which is like plagiarism all the way. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below, in the chat, however you guys like to. Moving on to one of the last few things that I definitely want to talk about. I definitely want to talk about this, which is something that's very sad. Little Tate has died, and a statement from her family confirms it. If you guys don't know who Little Tate is, she was like a small streamer or content creator that raised to fame very quickly at the age of 9 or something. And she was like a little Asian girl, and she's trying to act like she was black, and she was just saying the N-word and just rapping and shit. She got really popular really quick. And there's like plenty of videos of her going nuts and doing stupid shit like that. And only to find out that it was being manipulated by her mother. The mother made her to be like that so she could be like that. I'm like, yo, that's some foul shit. But people don't realize that she has passed away at the age of 13. They don't know the cause of it, or they haven't said the cause of it because they say that it's under investigation. That's like kind of, it has to be some serious shit. But it has heard that, the passing of her brother not too long ago, her brother was 21 and the passing of him was taking its toll. And we don't know what went down. I guess for the contents, it might seem like she took her own life. Rest in peace, I guess. The reason I say I guess is because like I really do not support her content at all, or support her family's decision of doing stuff like that, exploiting children for their own personal gains. I'm against that. But still, she's a little kid. Like she didn't know any better. She still had a whole life to ahead of herself. For her life to end shortly, it's sad, Moving on to some other things. This clip. of Fuzi came into.
I'm never gonna see her again in my life. You're like, oh my God, you kissed her, da da da. This woman was involved in sex trafficking. I just joined the Mile High Club. And I know it doesn't count as the Mile High Club because I was in the airport, but I still joined it. I swear to God, I swear on everything I love. I swear on everything I love. I just joined the Mile High Club in the airport, in the men's bathroom. I swear to God. I'm never gonna.
Oh my God, that was a good edit. Whoever did this edit, it was funny. So this guy Fuzi, he's been a content creator for many years. He's one of the veterans. He's under scrutiny right now because he was live streaming himself in the airport, meet up with this chick right here, and this chick, and he was just, I guess he was trying to like talk his way out for her to be on her pants, whatever it is. And then he starts talking to her. She's, according to everybody, she was drunk. I don't know. She could be drinking before the interaction, but according to the video, and she said herself that I used to be a sex slave. I was trafficked. I was like, whoa, this took a turn. And everybody's giving him shit because he gave money to her so she can remove one of the tattoos of her sex trafficker, and then starting kissing her and then starting to have sex with her. Allegedly, we don't know if that's what really went down or not. And then a lot of people are just giving their takes about it. It says, take advantage of a self-admitted drunk sex traffic girl in the airport, gets money through his community, but is called out shit behavior, whips out the mental illness card to deflect. Now, once in my life, I have believed this dude is genuine. Stay away from creeps. All right, so according to a lot of people, they say that he's been a sex addict and he's on rehab and therapy and whatnot. And he just like broke therapy or rehab and started to cry after he had sex. It's like, yeah, what a convenience, you know? Maybe it was genuinely. Maybe he's just, you know, acting out so that way people won't get in our heart. But first off, if I hear that, if I'm trying to get to a girl, I'm married. Put that out there. But if I'm trying to get into a girl and I hear that the first things that she comes out of her mouth that says that, yeah, I used to be a sex trafficker, I like, ooh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll be like, I'm gonna leave her alone. I don't want to cause her any pain. I don't want her to think I'm like any other man. I'm gonna leave it alone. I was like, no, I'm not gonna even touch her. And I'm just like, oh well, here, I have a few drinks on me. You know, it's like, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for sharing that story. Blah 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 blah. If anything, look, here's $100. I'm not paying you. I'm giving you $100 because you have a tattoo of your. Remove that tattoo. Here's $100 on me. Don't worry about it. That's the best I can give. You know, it's a small little gesture, so that way she could be having a better life than what she had before, which is sad. But people like Fuzi and others, they try to get into a girl's pants and they'll do anything. They'll go to extreme just to get to someone else's pants. It's men behavior, unfortunately. 80% of men are just like that. I mean, how many of these red pillows talk so much shit just to get a girl's pants, you know? It is what it is. And what do I think what he did was wrong? Yeah. Do I think it's immoral? Probably. He should have not persuaded. Do I think that he should be canceled? No, absolutely not. Like, it was, I throughout the interaction of when I saw the video, it was all consent. There was a lot of consent between both parties. It's not right, but she could have just said, no, I don't want to. I don't want to kiss you, or I don't want to do anything. There was consent in between all this. So I don't think he should be getting the level of scrutiny that he's getting right now as to like cancel this bastard and whatnot. It's a little bit too extreme, but what the hell do I know? Newsflash! The fourth My Hero Academia movie has been announced. And it's called, I have no fucking idea because I don't read Japanese yet. But it's very cool because we're having the fourth My Hero Academia movie. Which is good, I guess. All I care is about the next season. I want to know the next season and whatnot, you know? But what the heck do I know? What else? It's always shut the fuck up, but never shut the fuck up. Nani? Okay, I don't know what that means. Shut the fuck up. To tackle like yeah. Twitter just refreshed for me. Twitter just refreshed for me. I'm pretty sure it's just letting me know you're out of time, and yeah, what the fuck is going on here? The fuck up at. There you go. Okay, what does that mean? What? It's an acronym for shut the fuck up and take. Shut the fuck up and take that dig like a good. Ooh.
Emotional, damn it.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay, I guess we're done for today.
You serious?
Wow, a lot of levels of acronyms and slangs have evolved from 4 words to oh my god. Oh, now I understand the meme. Now I understand the shit. Oh god. All right, maybe it's time for me to wrap things up and just like no. Oh wait. So I got a few more and then we can wrap it up. We can wrap it after this. Let's see. So apparently there's gonna be an animated remake of the live action of The Lion King, and it's in the works on Disney. Why are we making another one? The last one was bad. Why are we continuing to making more remakes? And it's gonna be a live action? Oh boy, I don't know. Okay. Oh my god. Popular streamer K Senna arrested after New York giveaway event turns chaotic. He was released afterwards. But the Twitch streamer K Senna has been prompting a huge giveaway with promises of free PlayStation 5s and other gaming items before the New York City event rapidly spiraled out of control. What did I say earlier about this episode? Streamers like drama. This guy is no exception. He's a chaotic person. I saw some of the videos. His people are nuts. This is like Travis Scott all over again, man. How all his fans are just like that. And I don't solely blame it on the generation of all these kids being idiots, because he was also trying to be like careful about it. But if you act a certain way and you portray this certain way and you expose it to your community and you give props to it and you're okay with it, your community is gonna act like that. This one's actually very interesting and wow. Fabian Marta, a financier of the anti-child trafficking film Sound of Freedom, has been arrested and charged with child kidnapping. My God, this is like the shit that the conservatives were like preaching about, and it so happened that the guy who financed the movie is one of them. Yo, time flies. Yeah, look at the nostalgia factor back in the 2000s. Oh my God, take me back. Take me back. All right. That's enough. That's enough content, man. Honestly, let's just end it right here. We're wrapping this up, guys. First things first, I want to give a big shout out to all my followers and all my people who've been solely, been watching my podcast show since the very beginning and even after a little bit afterwards, and they've done nothing but great feedback and support. And I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you to Michael, who's Mike Phoenix. Check out his YouTube channel. He's a YouTuber. Thank you very much, Michael, for continuing to subscribe to my podcast and listening to my show. Thank you, Manu, who's also been supportive from the very beginning. Thank you, who was also like been listening to my podcast. A bunch of other people were listening to podcasts and give me great feedback out of it, man. I'm sorry, guys. It's early in the morning. I'm not thinking straight, but thank you, all of you guys, for always supporting and liking and subscribing to my channel, and word of mouth my channel. Really appreciate it very, very much, you guys. We're gonna wrap this up with that nice note. Thank you guys for listening, and remember, every week is a brand new episode or a brand new topic. So always remember to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes at youtube.com/The Lone Wolv Podcast or at Lone Wolv Pod. Also, you can check on kick.com/Wolfson or Wolfson Music. And you can check the audio versions on Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts at Wolfson Music or The Lone Wolv Podcast or Wolfbat Podcast. And check all my latest episodes, but you can all check them out all on the youtube.com/The Lone Wolv Podcast. Comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts. Share your experiences. If you guys got a specific topic that you want me to cover, or you guys want a specific content creator or artist that you want me to interview, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to talk about it or cover it on the next episode. Also, feel free to hit me up on any of my social medias, either Twitter or Instagram at Wolves and Music. Hit me up, DM me, say like, hey, I want to talk about this. Can you talk about this? Or give me some feedback. Or even so like, hey, can you help me with this? How do I do this? How do I approach that? More than welcome to help you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys at the next one. All right? Peace.